What is up, guys? I am Joey here, and here I am to bring you a video of the SNES Mini that has just come out, just arrived on my doorstep right now, right this second, from Amazon Prime. And I just want to start the video by saying I am so sorry that I've been lacking in videos lately. I am obviously, as you can see, none of my frames are up anymore. My frames are all coming down here. All my collection's coming down here. I'm actually moving house. I'm moving out. I'm moving into my own place, so that's awesome. Means bigger area to work in rather than just a room, and hopefully a better setup in the future. But for now, SNES Mini unboxing, my first impressions, my review. I actually pre-ordered this not knowing all the games that are on there. I was just like, I missed out on the NES, so I need the SNES because that has more games I liked on it, such as Zelda Link to the Past, of course the first Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, etc, etc. So we're going to see what it's about, what it's like, how big it is, compare it to something else, like perhaps like a Wii game or a Switch game, and try not to stab myself with scissors. So yeah, I'm just going to unbox this. I would like to add I'm actually phoning on my phone because I've packed my big camera array way ready to move, so my setup isn't even half as good as what it was. I don't have my desk or anything. I'm just leaning it on my Switch, my phone on my Switch. So, but I wanted to do this video real quick before I move, because next week I'm moving all week, so I don't actually have any internet in my new place yet, and I won't have any for 2 weeks, so I wanted to do it while I had internet. So I should get right in here. Oh, Amazon actually packed it with some paper this time. Very good. Wow, this is a lot more dinky than I thought it would be. So there's the size of the box. There's the size of the SNES. Probably could have fit 2 more in there, but nevertheless, never mind. So here it is. This is the size of the case. That is tiny. So here's a Wii game. Here's a Switch game. That covers it. So there's my Switch. The Switch game is actually very slightly bigger than the case. So it's very small, which is fine. Doesn't matter to me. So it has 21 games on it, including Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, which is another game I like, Super Mario Kart, Star Fox, Super Metroid, Final Fantasy 3, Super Mario RPG, Zelda Link to the Past, Kirby, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Street Fighter, Super Punch-Out, Earthbound, which I know is a big one, and Castlevania 5, I think, F-Zero. So yeah, it's a good abundance of really great games. So that's the box. So we'll do my usual thing. So there's the front, there's the flap. Actually hasn't come sealed, which is rather surprising. It's not sealed on either side, so very strange, but that's that. So there's the bottom, HDMI, inputs out HDMI, so your classic games will look even better. So it's a description in different languages there. So this set includes NES Classic Mini, Super Nintendo Entertainment System Console CLV-301x1, Nintendo Classic Mini Super Entertainment Controller x2, high-speed HDMI cable x1, USB power supply x1, and a manual x1. So yeah, cool. What's on the top? Just a nice picture of how big it is. So it fits in the palm of your hand, which is tiny. Very cool. I think that they realistically could have personally put more on this, considering they're now modding the NES consoles to have like 500,000 games on. So yeah, it's the inside the box. All the trinkets are here. So I'm just going to pop the box there for a second. So we have one sealed manual. Very nice. So we have a controller, I believe that is. So we'll get out the controller. It is. It's like the controller that a nunchuck would have. so the input's the same as a nunchuck, but I want to keep mine nice and fresh, so I'm going to keep it in this for now. Feels really nice. Can't remember. I have played the SNES to play A Link to the Past, but the buttons, I can't remember feeling this good. This feels better, I think, by remembering either that or I just haven't played it for a long time, but this feels really nice. The buttons click down very nicely, feel a lot nicer that they don't have any letters on. They feel smooth, glossy. The D-pad feels great, clicks in. You can feel it click in. The buttons, however, are a little bit sticky. A little bit sticky for me. Almost like the start and stop button on a GameCube controller. The shoulder buttons, the L and the R. There they are. Hear the click. Very good. Very, very nice controller. Very nice. Fits nicely into the palm of your hand, so it's not too small. Whereas, obviously, the SNES Mini would be quite small, so probably bigger than the SNES Mini. So there's the second controller. So it comes with two controllers. Very, very good. The fact it comes with two controllers is nice. There is your power supply. There's your USB. Your HDMI, sorry. Your HDMI, nice. Comes nice in nice little package. Put that there. And your USB looks like a C input power supply. So same as like a Samsung. So yeah, cool. I'm not sure if I got a power brick or anything. No, not from what I can see. No power brick. Very weird. Right, let's get the little guy out. It looks ridiculous. It honestly looks ridiculous. So, yeah, it's the HDMI goes there. The C input goes there. So, cool. It's even got a little mini cartridge slot, but it doesn't go in, which is quite annoying. Yeah, and that is your eject, which doesn't work. So, it's got the eject and the flap. The flap doesn't do anything, and the eject doesn't do anything. So, it's got a little reset button, so you can reset your game. A little nice power off, power on. Looks like it's got a little LED switch here, which is cool, cute. Yeah, on the bottom it's got the model number and the little inputs for the controllers, even though they don't actually go in there. Not sure where the controllers go actually, because they have a C input. Right. So, this is weird. I can't quite figure out where the controllers go, because it looks like it goes into the bottom of a Wii controller, actually. Don't know whether you can... There we go. So that is the bottom of the controller. There's no slot on the SNES Mini for the controllers to go in, unless you take that off. No. Right, so I can't figure out where the controllers go, but I'm sure the manual will tell us that information. But this is just a hardware review. This is not I'm not going to play any games. It's just to see what it looks like. So, where's my Switch game? So there's a comparison of the Switch game, which is relatively small, and the SNES Mini, which is even smaller than a Switch game. So if you don't have a Switch game, here's a Wii game. Everyone has a Wii game. Very, very, very small. Very light. It feels like a hollow case. It feels really cheap. It just feels hollow. It feels like there's nothing in here. But obviously there must be something in here. Yeah. Not... Oh, that's cool. I like that. So if I put that back on, underneath here, there's a little grip thing. You can grip, pull down. That's your C imports for your controllers. So it is basically the same. It's just you pull that down. That's nice actually. That feels nice. That feels good. It's made almost out of solid plastic, I believe. So it's just so light. Feels like something wobbling around on the inside. It's just honestly ridiculously light. It's ridiculously light, it's ridiculously small. At least you could easily put it in a handbag if you're a girl, or a rucksack if you're a guy, or... I mean, I think it's a little bit big for a pocket, but I'm sure some people will try. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about this. The selection of games for me is ideal. I love the Marios. It's got the only Zelda game that came out on SNES, so obviously to me that's ideal. There's not really much else to say other than I'm going to do another video when I move on how it runs. But I've heard good things from the NES Mini. The switches just feel great. It does. The switches and the fact the flap, that they feel great. It's just so light. It's quite unbelievable, and it feels hollow. Like when I knock it, it sounds like I'm knocking on a box. So there can't be a lot in here. Well, I imagine not, because you can get emulators now on a phone, and you can get thousands of emulators on a phone, and this only has 30 on here. I think 30. This only has 20 on here, 21 emulators. So it's not a lot, considering you can get thousands on a phone, thousands on a computer, thousands on a tablet. 21 emulators is a little bit ridiculous, and it's a tiny bit skimpy if you ask me. Although, it's very cool. It's a cool gimmick. To me, it is a cool gimmick. It's a cool little fancy device to say you've got in your collection. And to me, unfortunately, that is all it is, because although the games are great and I will be playing them, I can play them on my PC in the same quality, or I can play them on my phone in the same quality. So this was, I believe, £60. Give me a second, I'll have a look actually. So I'm curious as how much I paid for it now. Either way, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive either. No, Jesus Christ. Jesus, I don't know why I bought this. This is £70. This little thing is £70. That is ridiculous. That is way too overpriced. If you ask me, it should be 40, 30, 40. If this was £40, I'd probably, I would have bought it and not really. I'd have been, this is cool. This is 40 quid. Go out and buy one. £69.99, £70 this little thing is. The fact it's got two controllers obviously does bump it up for me, because it's the fact you can just play two-player on a game it's ideal for me, because I play games, my girlfriend plays games. We can play some original Mario Kart together and whatever, we will have some fun times on. But I can do that on my PC with two controllers anyway via an emulator. So I'm literally just paying £70 for a box with 21 games on, and to me, although it's probably going to end up a collector's piece like the NES Classic, it's not for me. To me, I'm hoping next year they will really bring it home and bring out the N64 and have two Zeldas, the two Pokemon Stadiums, Pokemon Snap. That, to me, will be worth 70 quid, 80 quid. I would probably pay tops £100 if the emulators were good enough on an N64 Classic Mini. Although, whether they're going to carry on doing this, I'm not sure. I don't know whether this will be the last, but it has sold out. So I imagine they're going to continue doing this until they can't do it anymore, because people will buy it. They know, Nintendo know people will buy it, so they will. But however, if I'm basing this on an is it worth your money, is it worth $69.99? Fuck no. Definitely not. Really isn't. Although, it is wicked. It's cool. But £70 worth of kit. It feels too cheap, and the lack of games. If I had 51 games on here instead of 21, yeah. More or less £1 a game. Yeah, it's cool, that's good. But 70 for 21 games, that's, in my head, I think that's £3 an emulator. When I can get it, I can get thousands and thousands and thousands of emulators on my PC for nothing anyway. I mean, I know that's not the point, and giving money to Nintendo is great, which is good. And for me, personally, I love emulators because it saves me buying things like this. Nintendo make enough money from me from my Zelda stuff. They make more than enough. I will happily buy anything Zelda from them at full price. But stuff like this doesn't interest me, and I'm probably just being a bit biased. But is it worth your money? No. It's very cool though. The box in review, the 2 controllers. So you get 2 cool controllers here. So the console, 2 controllers, the HDMI, the HDMI, the charger, the HDMI, and the cute little mini SNES. But is it worth £70? No, it's not. If you can get this for cheap on eBay, which I doubt because the scalpers are already there, then go ahead and get one of these. If you love the SNES and the SNES is your era, which probably is the most people buying these, if the SNES is your era and the 21 games are the games you like, fantastic buy. Like, I would buy a Nintendo 64 at 70 quid and I'd keep it because N64 is my era and that's what I love. However, I'm not too keen on the SNES. I'm going to be honest with you. So I might if this is your era, the SNES is your era, you'll love this. You will absolutely love it. It's a perfect replica in every single way, apart from the HDMI at the back. But yeah, the SNES unfortunately isn't my era. It's a little bit before my era. My era was the N64 days, and I would pay top dollar for a mini SNES classic. Mini N64 classic, sorry, and I would really play the death out of it. So for me, the SNES is not really my cup of tea. 70 quid for it is way too much in my opinion. Like I said, the emulators, you can get thousands online on PC, a tablet, phone, anything, and most people have at least one of those in their households. So for me, this isn't really worth my money. But for someone whose era it was, this is totally worth your money. You will love this. You will love this and you will play this to death. But however, I'll probably get rid of mine after this video because it's sold out. I might just sell it on my Zelda page or something. So yeah. But yeah, it is very cool. Like I said, the buttons feel great. But yeah. So that concludes this unboxing and my opinion on just the overall look of the SNES Mini. It looks very cool, feels very light, and it feels a little bit cheap to me. But that's just my opinion. Please don't start sending me death threats. So yeah, I will be doing more videos soon, guys. I'm hoping they continue the trend of bringing out an NES Mini, an SNES Mini, and I'm hoping next year they will bring out an N64 Mini because that is my era. I will play the death out of that. I will do reviews, I'll do some Let's Plays, I'll do everything with that. But for now, SNES Mini I think is going to go back in its box and on my shelf or on eBay. Because I don't know why I bought it, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, that concludes this video, guys. It is a little cool little trinket to have, especially if you're an SNES collector. Plumbing hell, I keep getting those two confused. So yeah, Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mini Classic Edition. Is it worth your money? £70, £69.99 UK pounds. My opinion is no. However, if you can get it for cheaper, it is very cool. And if you're an SNES fan, this is right up your street and you will love this. You will not be disappointed. Absolutely, you will not be disappointed with this. It is cool. It's just a little bit expensive for me to want to keep. So yeah, that concludes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry the videos have been a few and far between lately. Like I said, moving out. Hopefully I'll bring out more videos soon. Like I said, all my stuff's coming off my walls. The stuff behind me has already come off. So yeah, I will be moving out next week. So hopefully after next week I will have loads of videos coming out. I've got loads of new games I've got coming that I want to play. like Mario Odyssey. I've got, I'm going to buy COD. I played at EGX and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to play some COD. I'm going to put some beta videos out there of COD. And also possibly Star Wars Battlefront 2 I played and it was okay. I didn't enjoy Far Cry. It was the same as the other Far Cries in my opinion. And, what else do I? And Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. So that will be coming in January. But however, for now, SNES Mini, that concludes this unboxing / opinion slight review. Thank you for watching, guys. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and this helped. Please do subscribe to my channel for more unboxings, more reviews, more gameplays and everything. I am Joey-ish. Please stay tuned. Thanks, guys.